Kerry Aiken has been the Pied Piper of little children of the Estes Valley for 24 years. And one of the things I brag about whenever I'm out in Libraryland is we have the very best children's services in the universe, and it's actually true. And it's all because of Kerry.
I was on the interview committee that hired Kerry as children's librarian, and when she arrived for the job interview, she had all these puppets with her, and we're going, what the heck is going on here? She didn't tell us, she showed us how entertaining children can encourage kids to read, and she blew it out of the water. She was amazing. And the fun part of it was when she was walking out the door of the interview, her alligator puppet looked over the back of her shoulder and said, hire this woman. And we did.
The Bond Park Library was, of course, the library that preceded our current library building, and Kerry and I were two people who got to experience that. The Bond Park Library was a tiny building relative to our current square footage, but Kerry and I have memories of working in that library in the little circulation desk, and of course, that was when Kerry was hired.
Words to describe Kerry: she's playful, she's a doer, she's energetic, she is a risk taker, she's ambitious, talented, very talented.
We've had this stick horse in our house for 12 years. When Ted was 3, we went to a library event and he made this beautiful stick horse. This horse has gotten a lot of mileage. Everything that Kerry led at the library has been high quality. This thing was made to last.
One of the cool things was every week Kerry and Melanie would go out into the community to the preschools and have preschool story times and showing kids what a delight it is to read and what a neat thing books are at a very young age.
She's genuinely happy to be with the kids, and it looks like she's just doing puppetry and singing songs, but you know, she's secretly infusing early literacy skills, and the parents and the teachers can see that.
I believe this bus had to do with kindergarten story time. Well, we're on our way to kindergarten, so of course everybody's got to get on the school bus. And here are all of our friends. This is just one example of how Kerry connects with the kids and probably sort of helps the kids get rid of some of their panicking over going to kindergarten. She makes it fun, and these animals, of course, all have a good time in kindergarten and they get to ride the bus.
It's always fun to do story times with her. We do a lot of puppets. I usually take the straight man and she adds the humor to it, and I never know what those puppets are gonna say. And that always adds an element of surprise and humor to it. Sometimes we're laughing, she and I are laughing at things and we realize we're really the only ones laughing in the room.
Born and raised in Estes Park, my parents owned Simply Christmas, and so I was downtown all the time, and so where else would I go but the library to see Kerry Aiken and go to her story time and see her do the puppets and do all the different reading programs. Kerry is actually one of the reasons I love to read, because she would always give us goals through the summer to read different books or how many different books, and that was something that really intrigued me. Now my little guy is 2 and he goes to story time every Friday with Kerry and he loves it. Do you like to go to story time?
Yeah.
Yeah? Did you learn about birdies at story time?
Yeah.
And what's your favorite part about story time?
Duckies.
The duckies? And do you like all the puppets that Kerry does?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you like it when you guys sing songs together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things about Kerry is that she is never short on creative ideas. She is always excited about trying something new. It's fun to see when a new roster of children's programs would come out and say, wow, where did Kerry get that great idea?
So sitting next to Kerry, and I'll look over her and she'll be ordering like 500 paintbrushes. And hey Kerry, what are you doing with those paintbrushes? What's the plan for those? Well, I'm making superheroes, of course. Not just superheroes, but every superhero gets a sidekick. So this was a project that she did just this summer. I'm just always astounded by the creativity that comes out of Kerry's imagination.
You know, some people work in a place for 20 plus years and they're just the same person they were, doing the same thing they did when they started, but Kerry Aiken is not that way. Kerry Aiken is fresh and vibrant, and she gives her whole heart. I wore this today in honor of Kerry.
I just admire Kerry's passion for what she does. She has this creative spirit that she shares with the children, and they get excited about reading when they go to her programs. I think Kerry has the best job at the library because she's doing what she loves to do, and she's the best at it.
I'll be taking over Kerry's role as Children's Services Supervisor. What is great about that is that we've worked together for 14 years and trained for 14 years side by side with her to be able to use what she has done, things that she has taught me, and so I'll be able to take it to that next step.
When Kerry came on staff in the early 1990s, one of the things that she began to become more active with in the community was the local performing arts scene. I was just a really shy kid growing up, but I was beginning to come out of my shell a little bit more in the 1990s. And Kerry was really in the forefront of people here locally who was encouraging me to try out for plays. And Kerry, I think you're partly responsible for the monster that has been created today with me doing all kinds of stage work and being in front of audiences almost every week of the year. So Kerry, thank you for that, and I hope our community is better for it.
Kerry, I know you might be a little worried about this retirement thing, but from experience I can tell you that it's a blast. So spend some more time with your grandkids. I can't think of anything better.
She'll be planning activities for her grandchildren and their friends and her friends' grandchildren, and she will continue to run little camps and have creative story times and you name it.
Well, Kerry, we are wishing you all the best in retirement and all the happiness you deserve. And so just remember, I hope we get to perform again soon down the line.
I know Kerry's a little worried about retiring and what she's gonna do. She's got this bag of magical gifts. Kerry, when you take your magical gifts with you, wherever you open it up, whether it's with your grandkids or whatever you do, it'll be fantastic. And I'm gonna miss you every day.
Can you say bye-bye? Nope. Can you say bye-bye? Get your fingers out of your mouth and say bye-bye. Can you do it? Can you say bye, Kerry? Bye, Kerry. We will miss you greatly and happy retirement.
Oh, I'm gonna miss her so much. When people walk in and say, you guys are always smiling. Everyone here is always smiling. I think, yeah, that's Kerry's contribution to the culture. This is a place of happy workers, happy librarians making a difference in the community. I think she has led this library in a way that I can't, only someone like Kerry could. I am gonna miss everything about her. I'm just gonna miss the pixie dust that someone like Kerry brings wherever she goes.